What's going on, people? It's your boy Crypto Blood. I'm back from doing my coffee run. I got my coffee, caramel marshmallow latte, and I got my cigar. I'm smoking the Mummy, Tatawahi Mummy, which is from the Monster sample pack. I told you guys about a few like last week, I think. So today I wanted to just kind of talk about really like three things. So we've got Bitcoin. As I've kind of projected, Bitcoin is starting to go for that 4888 range. I think we're sitting at around 4,800 right now. I don't know what the high was overnight, but I know right now we're sitting at about 4,800. And really, what's happening, in my opinion, you know, technically, we've broken the left shoulder. But what's going to, I think, really, push us forward into 5,000, 5,500 and on. What's going to push us there is the whole, we've got a fork coming up in November, a hard fork. So for those who didn't know that, we've got a hard fork coming up in November. And what a hard fork is essentially a copy of the blockchain will split off, and they run like a different version of Bitcoin. So there's basically enough consensus or support for this new version of Bitcoin called SegWit 2x. SegWit standing for segregated witness. And so that will happen. So think of it like as a software upgrade, right? But the thing is, there are people still using the old software version, so they're going to continue to use that version while we have the new version being used by a new set of individuals who feel like that version is better. So again, in November we will have the hard fork occur, and I think a lot of people are actually buying Bitcoin and front running that, because what happens is, at least on Coinbase and on Bitfinex, Coinbase being one of the bigger ones in the United States. I'm not sure what Gemini and Kraken, what their stance is on, on these on this hard fork. But I know as for Coinbase and Bitfinex, they will support both tokens right away. So what will happen is, if you have one Bitcoin, the current version of Bitcoin, if you have one Bitcoin, when the hard fork occurs, you will get a copy of, basically you'll get another Bitcoin, but it will be the SegWit 2x version. So a lot of people, in my opinion, are front running this event to double up, essentially kind of double up on their money. I'm not sure if SegWit probably won't come out at the price of the current Bitcoin, but like we saw a few months ago with what was it, Bitcoin Cash, you were able to earn free money. It was free currency, cryptocurrency that you got if you held your Bitcoin with a exchange that supported this upgrade. God darn, I don't know where my lighter is. I'm trying to spark my stogie. But so yeah, a lot of people I believe are front running that. So we'll see a price increase from here all the way up to the fork, really, in my opinion. So you guys may want to make that move as well, because we have the technical bullish signal already kind of activated, and now we have a fundamental reason for Bitcoin to go up from here. So, you know, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. The other thing I wanted to talk to you guys about was let me open this up. So we have I follow this because I think it's funny, and it's going to show how powerless these central banks are. But another central bank has come out to essentially ban Bitcoin, if you want to call it banning Bitcoin. Russia's central bank. This is new. This is fresh off the press. Russia's central bank has decided to ban all cryptocurrency exchanges within Russia. And this is out of this is out of Cointelegraph that I found this article. And the article talks about basically saying that they're leading efforts to shut down internet access to cryptocurrency exchanges and websites. So, as local news outlet RBC reports Tuesday, Bank of Russia is working with the country's general prosecutor to block all exchanges offering Russians the opportunity to buy and sell cryptos. Now, listen to this quote that I'm getting ready to read. It's hilarious. So this is what the first deputy of the central bank said. He says, "It's obvious that when a pyramid scheme grows, interest in this pyramid heats up with high rate of return." And so he's basically saying that this Bitcoin and everything dealing with it is a pyramid scheme. I was talking to a lady yesterday, a friend of mine, a girlfriend, was interested in getting into Bitcoin, wanting to know more about it. And she's like, you know, I've been hearing, you know, people, every time I hear someone talk about it though, you know, they're saying it's a bubble, it's a Ponzi scheme. And I guess somewhat that's good for us, somewhat, those of us who are already in cryptocurrencies, because it allows for us to accumulate more and buy at these prices. Because if everyone found out that it wasn't a Ponzi scheme or pyramid scheme, and that it was the next technological advancement, aside from us seeing how, you know, the internet changed our world, this is that next step, basically the internet for money. If people knew that, then the price will already be at 20,000, 30,000 or whatever, you know what I mean? So get all the coins you can, guys, and so people, you know, before people find out what the real deal is. So the Russian central banks are calling it a Ponzi scheme, and they're looking to close down all exchanges. I'm confused, man, because actually I'm pretty shocked that this hasn't occurred sooner than now. Like I was expecting these types of actions to start popping up 2 years ago, to be honest with you. But as with everything, central banks and governments are the most inefficient and slow-moving organizations on the planet. So we will defeat them. I was talking to Mr. Gortas about this, and I said, what are they going to do about decentralized exchanges? You can't shut down a decentralized exchange. You know, they don't get the concept that is over. So we'll see, man. The other thing I wanted to talk to you guys about today was that as I've stated, the hard fork. So Coinbase is on board Bitfinex is on board, and we'll see who else is on board for this. But again, Bitcoin is sitting at right now, let me just check, 48.29. So very close to the 48.88 range again, but really for me it's more so the 5,000. Like 5,000 is a psychological whole number. So if we can break that and stay above, you know, maybe one day candle closed above 5,000, or two, maybe 2 days, that's very, very good look for us. And again, I think you're going to see continued bullish price action for Bitcoin as people load in to get double the coins once the hard fork occurs. So that's pretty much it for today. I believe if you guys want to comment on the hard fork, and which I would love to know, that's what I would like to know. I'd like to know with you guys which coin do you think is more appropriate and more valuable to the end user. So leave that comment. I'd love to hear what you guys think about the new fork. We'll now have 3 Bitcoins, and it's interesting that Coinbase is immediately supporting Bitcoin SegWit 2x, or B2x is what Bitfinex is calling it, but Coinbase is immediately allowing you to have access to those coins, but they did not do that for Bitcoin Cash. They said that Bitcoin Cash coins will be available the end of this year into January 2018. So that's pretty interesting to me. I don't know exactly why that is the case, but it is. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about this hard fork coming up, and then also give me your feedback on another government. We have Malaysia. I talked about Malaysia earlier, or over the weekend or last week. Now we have Russia. We had China. This Russia news though is not really affecting the price, because there's trading in Russia as far as volume for Bitcoin, but it was nothing or nowhere near the volume that China has and the influence on price that China has. But as you see, we're near all-time highs again. This is just a reoccurring trend and theme I've seen over the last 5 years dealing with Bitcoin and being in this space. So it ain't gonna stop it, homie. That's pretty much it. Like and subscribe if you're not subscribed to Crypto Blood. Check me out at cryptoblood.io. I'll have a promo coming up for those t-shirts as well, and I also have some new t-shirts coming out, some new designs that are dope. You guys are gonna love them. Those will be up by the end of this week as well. Yeah, that's it. Get at me in the Webbot chat room. Make sure you join us. We're over 2,400 people in total, with all the chat rooms. So good community. For the most part, we don't have any real trolls. If we do, Mike B eats them up, and if I see them, I'll eat them up too. So we don't play it. You can come in and have conversations about whatever, you know, and voice your opinions, but no trolling. That pussification, we don't allow that in there. Shout out to Mike B for that one. That's it. It's your boy Crypto Blood. I'm out. Holla. Boom.